Restoration hardware magic from Specbolt. Hey, what's up guys? Rado here. I'm here with my friend Ken, who's the founder at Specbolt. Thanks for meeting us here. Hey, this company is not the one that is here to make money. It didn't start with an idea how we can make a lot of money. It actually started out of passion, out of necessity, and Ken was doing these things with his kids, racing and needing all these bolts. So Ken, tell me real quick, how all this came about?
Back in 2000, I was in Michigan. My kids were both racing, and then I was like the moto dad mechanic, and started working on the bikes and collecting the bolts for the repairs and stuff and upkeep. And that's how we got started. We started buying bolts locally from a supplier that carried the OEM stuff, and we started putting together little boxes and taking them to the races and using them for our pits. And my friends, the other racer dads, saw what I had and they started asking for them. So
okay. So he would build a little kit with all the bolts that he needed for his kids' bikes and have them in a toolbox. And then his buddies that are also racers that they would ask like, hey, where did you get that? And you just build it yourself. So then they told you, can you build one for me, right?
Yeah, yep. Can you build one for us? And I started giving them all the stuff, and they started advertising for me, promoting for me. You know, I had a little repair shop, so they were advertising my shop for me. Grew from there. We started selling them online. Back then it was eBay. eBay was a great place to sell these things on. It opened them up to the country and the world, and we started selling them on eBay, and just saw the big interest and kept going.
Cool. Yeah, this is what I like about the companies when they start out of passion. It wasn't like a business plan. They sit down and wrote a business plan how to make a lot of money, but they did something that they love, and there was a necessity, there was a need, and out of that thing, the company was born. I've been working with Specbolt for how long now? Maybe 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the builds that I did, all the beautiful hardware kits that I have on my builds are from Specbolt, and they offer all kinds of different products, from full restoration kits with every single bolt, right?
Basically, yeah, we go on the microfiche programs and we look up every nut and bolt, washer, screw for the whole entire bike, top to bottom, and we put it into a file. And from there, we were able to build labels that indicate to us what bag, what part, and what pieces go in that bag for each item. So we basically get everything labeled.
I really love these kits because they come in tiny little Ziploc bags with the explanation what it is. So if you're working on your dirt bike, especially if you do like a full restoration, here's one example, right? If you do a full restoration, you will have a little Ziploc bag with description what it is, what kind of bolts are inside, and where you're supposed to use them. So that as you work on your bike, it's super easy to just go and use those bolts, you know, and do a restoration one by one. They come nicely packed, and also, as I said, there is an explanation where they go. So that makes my life much easier. I don't need to be trying, you know, different bolts for different things, or I don't have to go back to microfiche and trying to find out how big it's supposed to be, that bolt that I need to put in my frame or something like that. Now, those are the full restoration kits, and I've been using mainly these. But you also have different products. Like, for example, this one is not like a full restoration. This is more like a generic kit for different brands, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Yeah, these are designed for maintenance, and they'll fit a wider range of bikes. And this one's got a selection of the bolts you're going to need to beautify and dress up your Husqvarna. It's got all the small stuff, working your way up to the big stuff. It's got axle adjusters. There's a full set of Decal Works rotor bolts, and these things are really cool too. They've got the dished heads. We've got all the special KTM, Husqvarna Gas, Universal, Euro, subframe bolts, fork guard bolts, all the special stuff. And then we've got the specialty nuts and all the specialty screws. You find these things all over the Euro bikes these days. They're like a wood screw. They're called E-Jots. Got a selection of those in there. We've got wheel hardware for the sprockets. Triple clamp sets are in here. You've got axle adjusters. They're specific for the bike. These are special for the Euro bikes. And that's our dress-up kit, our Decal Works dress-up kit.
So if I'm running Sherco or KTM or Honda, Yamaha, whatever you ride, have this kind of kit in your garage, in your shop. So whatever you need to do to your bike, you can find a bolt here. Most likely you can find a bolt. You don't have to bring this with you to the track, because for that you have something else, what you call the essentials, right?
Yeah.
And these things are like $20.
Yeah. These kits are designed to fit the make and model that you've got. We've got a KX, KXF. We've got the KTM. We've got 2-stroke, 4-stroke, and these are full of the bolts that you would call specialty bolts for the models. This KTM kit has got stuff for like the different subframes. We've got 3 different style subframe bolts here. We've got fork guard bolts. We've got some plastics bolts. There's a few rotor bolts in there. Just the stuff that would really ruin your day if you lost it. And you may not have this in your average collection of nuts and bolts laying around.
And then you can throw it into your toolbox that you take with you to the track when you ride. And you're gonna stay riding. If you lose a ball that is important on your bike, you can find it here. Most important essentials, $20. Have this at the track, and then you can have the full kit in your garage, and you can be pretty much sure that everything you're gonna need to work on your bike is in here. And in case you want to do like a full restoration and do completely everything that is on that bike, then you go to the full restoration kit, and then that's year, bike, make, model specific, right?
Yeah, this one is built for a 87 CR500. It's got everything in it, top to bottom, except for big stuff like axles, swing arm, rear suspension, motor mounts. Those kinds of things aren't going to be in here. You're going to want to use your OEM stuff for that. But everything else, engine, plastics, frame, brakes, wheels, handlebars, front end, triple clamps, everything else. And it's all labeled, so you know exactly where it goes. So it's basically got full instructions with it. Very easy to install these and replace them out with the shiny nickel. This one's nickel.
Cool. Now, Ken, let's talk a little bit about different finishes.
This is the European finish. This is what comes stock on your European bike, like a KTM or Gas Husqvarna would have. These are the zinc finish. You can order these. These are what you'd find pretty much on the Japanese bikes. The stock Hondas, Kawasaki's, Suzuki's, all that. They have this style. If you want to upgrade to our Nickel Works, we have this. These Nickel Works bolts are beautiful. They look as good as titanium, and they're beautiful. They're designed to fit your bike, whatever bike you've got. And then we did a batch in yellow zinc too. These look cool. These are great for the vintage bikes. A lot of the vintage bikes came with gold bolts like that. So these look great on those vintage bikes.
Okay, cool. And then there are some other products as well. I like this one. This is just your fast kit for Yamahas and other things. This goes for like $30.
Yeah, this is our spec pack. They go for around $22, and they've got they're similar to the essentials kits, but they've got the more general stuff that you're going to need. Anything like a fender bolt, seat bolt, things like that. Fork guard bolt, shroud bolt. These little things that could ruin your day of riding that fall off your bike typically.
Okay.
This is a handy thing to have in your toolbox.
And also we have a couple of things that I didn't even know that you are doing.
2-stroke exhaust kits. This first one here is for KTM, Husqvarna, Gas, Euro. These are just the exhaust mounts. They come with all the hardware to mount your 2-stroke pipe on your Euro bike. There's a list of applications on the back, and they cover all the KTMs and Euro bikes. We've also got these 2-stroke expansion chamber installation kits. These things have got a coupler for your muffler to go to your pipe. They've got the O-rings, and they've got the springs. So it comes in a complete set. We offer these for YZ 125, 250, and all the KTMs, 2-strokes from 65 on up to 300 cc.
Yep. How much do these go for?
Those are about $22.
Okay.
You get
so he likes to price everything at $22.
Yeah, that right in there. We like to keep it low, save money.
That's good. Good prices. Okay, and then one new thing that you have here that is really interesting right here. This is you call it a front end kit for KTM or any other dirt bikes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna do to my Husky because it looks terrible. So can you explain what that does?
Yeah, we've got these front end kits. They replace all your triple clamp bolts, everything on the front end, from your handlebar down to your axle pinch bolts and your triple clamps. So it's a full set. You can choose your color. We've got 4 color combinations. These are our replacement Euro bolts. They are grade accurate, much like what you get in a stock Euro bike. We sell those as a set. We also have got these in yellow zinc. If you like the look of gold, these really contrast well with the black and even the orange. They look good on there. I think they look good. If you don't like the stock or the gold, we've got our Nickel Works. They're here. The Nickel Works ones are beautiful. They look like titanium. You can't really tell the difference. They're a great alternative to that to save you a little money. And then we've got the OEM zinc finish. This is what you find on the Japanese bikes, Honda, Yamaha, and such. And we give you a full set, not only for the triple clamps and bars, but for your pinch bolts for your front axle and your brake caliper as well. And they're all going to be matching and brand new and make your bike look sharp.
All right, so these are all the products that you guys have, and there is way more on your website. So you have a really good website where you can go and put your bike, make, model, year, and then you can see what exact kits you are offering for that. So if you guys need anything for your bike, any restoration, or you just want to keep your bike running, you want to have kit in your toolbox at the track, I think Specbolt's here with Ken's expertise and experience. It's a really good company to go with. I've been working with you, as I said, over 7 years, and I have zero problems with these kits. I love them. It's very easy to work. So thanks for doing that. It's cool that it was born out of this passion, racing with your kids and doing all that. So you guys, if you need anything, check the website. Ken, thanks for doing this with us. Appreciate it. And you guys don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.